got this book today. My friend Mary gave it to me. She found it at the library in the free bin. And as you might know, if you read this blog, I love stupid, old, weird cookbooks, and Better Homes and Gardens made like a million of them. And I was going to write a post about my favorite things inside this book, but they're so weird and awful that I can't even like write about it. I just have to read them to you. I'm going to go with the first thing that like really upset me. This is called a chili burger stack-up, which I don't know what that is supposed to be. You assume like a chili burger, like maybe it's kind of loaded, like a loaded up burger thing. But I like the name Chili Burger Stack-up. Like, it's really catchy. But then they show this little tiny photo right here. And you're still not really sure what you're looking at, but the caption underneath the photo of the Chili Burger Stack-up is seriously one of the best sentences I've ever read in my life. For an intriguing yet tempting display, it's chili burger stack-ups with layers of pancakes, saucy ground beef, and cheese. I really didn't see the pancakes coming at all. It's upsetting. The apple beef patties, they have this really appetizing photo of like gelatinous meat stuff. It's pretty shiny and red, and you're like, what am I looking at? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute, it's an apple beef patty. An apple beef patty is not like a hamburger at all, except for it uses hamburger. It has a pound of ground beef, some rice, an egg, a teaspoon of MSG, which a lot of these have just MSG thrown in for good measure, and some Worcestershire sauce. So you form this into a patty that's obviously like not a hamburger. It's kind of huge and round and like puffy. So you cook that with a spiced apple ring on top. I presume this is something you could commonly buy in a grocery store in 1969 when this was published, but I haven't ever seen this before. You put this spiced apple ring on top of the beef patty situation, and you put it in the oven. And that's fine, I guess. My favorite part is then you take corn syrup and lemon juice and cornstarch, and you put it on the stove and you cook it till it's bubbly, and then you spoon that sauce situation on top of all of that. Just drizzle the corn syrup right on the MSG. Ooh. Oh yeah, the tuna spaghetti bake. Now my favorite part of the tuna spaghetti bake is, I don't think you're going to be able to focus on that, but right there, someone who owned this before me just wrote good and underlined it. I don't know why, it kills me. I just want you to really visualize all these things going into a bowl and then eating that thing, okay? Spaghetti, tuna, canned tuna, canned pimentos, slivered almonds, margarine, cream of mushroom soup, milk, American cheese, and crushed potato chips. And then you literally just put that in a dish and bake it. She says it's good, so it probably is. And we have two things in a row that I really am upset by. The first is called deviled ham and tuna. And I'm just upset by that because who really thinks, you know what I need with this ham? Some tuna. I don't really see that happening ever in the history of ever, but I guess maybe it happened once to the editor of this meat cookbook, and he was like, we gotta include that. That's a keeper. Something called a ham waffle witch. Like a sandwich, but it's a waffle witch. So you kind of make like a ham salad, I think, is the only thing I can really imagine here, with cooked ham, chopped mushrooms, but they used to come in a can, I guess, so it's a can of chopped, drained mushrooms. so it's all like soggy. Mayonnaise, celery, and onion. So that's like your ham salad. That's like its thing in a bowl. And then you take a bunch of frozen waffles and put it on a plate, and then you put the ham salad on top of all the waffles, and then you put another waffle on top of the salad, so you have like a waffle sandwich, right? And you bake that, and I'm already upset. I already don't know what's happening here. They did not know how to make sauce. I don't know what happened. So your special sauce this time is flour, mustard, salt, and milk. And you cook it until it's bubbly. And then you drizzle it over your waffle wedge. There are so many more things like this in here. I can't stress that. There's nothing normal in this book. And I love this book. And do you see the back? It's beautiful. But there's one more thing in here that I really, really love. In their wild game section, they do address the popular question of possum. I guess it never occurred to me you could eat a possum. That's fine. You can eat whatever you fucking want, but the explanation is very small. I don't know how to trim or butcher a possum, but it doesn't address that. So I guess it's just like figure it out. What do you do with the pouch? I'm not sure what that's about. Leave that to the gentleman. Wash one possum. First, just wash the possum, okay? Wash that possum. Season the cavity with salt and pepper. And my main question here is, which cavity might that be? Because I'm not sure. And then you tie the legs together, and then you bake it for an hour or until tender. Tender possum. It's been really fun to share with you my new favorite cookbook, Better Homes and Gardens, 1969 Meat Cookbook. Over 400 recipes of all the best, most delicious looking meals for you. You're welcome. They did not know how to make sauce.